It all started on the subway. Yeah, perhaps not the greatest location to begin any venture, let alone a romantic one, but that is where our tale begins. It trundled along, making its usual rattle. One day I imagine they'll take a look at the undercarriage and they'll find that 1,000 angry rats have eaten away at the metal. How? Can only assume that they'd have just grown accustomed to the steel and whatever else makes up the train. Maybe even one day it's people. It's driver. We were at the second last stop. Mine's the last one, and well, there was still a few people left on board. It's time to go to work. Time to get those dollar bills, crawl up that mountain, attend the daily grind. At that stop, as those last few specimens got out, one new specimen did the opposite and entered. She was magnificent. I know it's stereotypical to describe someone as unique, especially someone you've never seen before, given that every single person is like that to some degree. She was truly different. She was, in every essence of the word, special. Her blue eyes, they were like two pools of water on a tropical island. Her ginger hair was like 1,000 fires burning across a vast valley. Even the way she composed herself was special in its own interesting way. She didn't shy away like most of us would, putting on our earphones, cutting ourselves off from the world like some Cybermen devoid of emotion, erecting a lead-lined wall between us and social interaction. No. She went to the front of the carriage. We were in the foremost one. And she knocked on the control room. She must know the driver. Well, I don't know for sure. I'm only guessing. Never seen her before. She just may have written on times that I wasn't on the train. But I've been riding this train for 15 years now, and I've never noticed her before. I've been riding this train for 15 years now, and I don't even know what gender the driver themselves is. So she was the friendly type. Well, that was my first impression. That, apart from the physical characteristics. Look, despite what anybody else says, those are the first things you notice about any human being, even before their stature, their personality, or even their wealth. Those are the details you find out later. Those are the things that you discover, but only if you put the time and the effort in. And putting the time and the effort in is exactly what I wanted to do with this woman. She gave off the air that the time spent would be well worth it. Sometimes you meet a person and within one or two sentences you can pretty much sum up their essence, and their usefulness to you is all but none. But not with her. She was different. And again, to use a well-worn phrase, but it was the truth. We got to the last stop and we all got off the train. She waved goodbye to the driver. Put my head around to have a quick look myself. An older fellow. 50s maybe? Possibly 60s. Seemed nice enough. I didn't know what I was going to do. Putting it simply and bluntly, and, well, quite honestly, more than anything else, this is the first time I've done something like this in a good long while. The last time didn't exactly work in my favour. The truth of the matter is, I I didn't know what was going to happen. One of those rare occasions where your heart takes over for your brain. Love comes before wisdom. I felt myself moving forward, as if by some possessive force. Whether or not that was lust, I don't know. Perhaps it was the work of the Almighty. But given that I don't believe, I don't really think that was much of an option. Unless he was doing it to mock me, of course. But I got a couple of steps and I tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around and stared at me with those piercing blue eyes. Yeah, they weren't just beautiful. They were piercing. And I splutter out a weak hello and run from the platform. I'll try again tomorrow.